So I'm just out here hanging out in the camper that I built. Finally got my countertop painted over here. Got my door painted for the bathroom area. Just sitting out here chilling right now. I still need to get my trim, the 1x2 for the ceiling up there. It's going to have that all the way around. And then I'll probably do some down around the bottom. There's going to be a 32-inch TV up there. So right now I'm basically just sitting up against my ramp. You can see this wood right here. Back of the camper. So when I'm sleeping, and my pillow's down on that end. This is a full-size bed. I could sleep 4 people in this camper. 2 adults up top, 2 adults down in the bottom. So this is how I'd be laying if I was sleeping. So I'm thinking about putting another small TV up here that'll either fold down off the ceiling or that'll mount up there on the wall somehow and just fold up against the corner of that window right there. I haven't decided yet, but I'm just thinking to make it easier when we're laying down, if one of us wants to sleep and one of us still wants to watch TV, if me and my girlfriend are in this thing, it'd be kind of hard to see over each other when we're laying this direction. Not a real big deal, but I may put one up here in the corner. And then maybe same thing down below for the boys. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys down below. So one of my boys is 12, the other's 15. And down here, I have another full-size bed that I cut down. These are both memory foam, top and bottom mattresses. Cut that one down about 6 inches. So if I go down here, all right, so I'm under here. So I'm 5'11", 180 pounds. And there's still room for, technically you could sleep 2 adults down here on the bottom. Not as much room head-wise to be able to sit upright like I was up top, but you can see this direction here. If I have a TV mounted up top where I would be able to see that from up there on the top bunk, you wouldn't be able to really see it from down here. If you were laying flat maybe, but so I may do an additional small TV up there, and then if they want to watch something separate with some earbuds, they can watch something. Alright, so I'm out here working on my bed storage system. Trying to come up with a way to mount this on the side for when we have the 4-wheelers in here. This stud is going along the side of the wall. There's another one on this side. That's what this platform sits on for the upper bed. So right now what I'm going to do is I drilled a couple holes through these, which is going into that stud. So I'm going to take that stud back off, put a bolt on the back side coming this direction. And then what I'll do is I'll get me some 1/4-20, just some of those black plastic knobs. It has a 1/4-20 thread in the middle, built-in nut on the inside, and I'll be able to just turn those and tighten them up against those bolts that'll be running through here. And that'll hold that up against that wall. This side here is just sitting on the wheel well. And then I went ahead and added some plywood to the tops of these. I'm probably going to be putting some carpet or something on these as well. But I put some plywood on those because those just had 1/4-inch luan on them. And those work as steps to get up into the upper bed. So I wanted to make those a little bit sturdier than what they were. So I got that done. Got this up to the level that I wanted. And I'll still have room on both sides for my 2 mattresses. So I'll be able to put one on this side and then one on this side. in this area, next to the four-wheelers when I have them in here. Alright, there's that. I'm going to have to do some more painting on that, obviously, but I got it all fingerprinted up. But there's my two mounting studs coming in from the rear. And then now I'll be able to set that bed frame up on here. Alright, that was a little more difficult than it should have been. But those are 1/4 inch holes, which were the same size as them bolts. I'm going to go through and make those holes larger, just for easy access to put this thing on and off. Those holes are just a little too tight. But you can see how it is. You can see how it's going to be on there. And then the nuts that I'm going to get are going to be like this. This is actually the wrong thread pattern. And I'm going to try and find something that have a bigger handle on them. So these will just thread on like that. And then that'll hold my bed up on there. Originally I was going to do fold down bunk beds on each side. But I don't have the width that I need to where everybody could sleep comfortably on a decent width mattress. And I want to be comfortable in this thing. When I go camping, I don't want to be cramped up and sleeping like crap because my bed's too narrow. I want to have a decent night's sleep. So I'm going to take a trip to the hardware store and see what I can find. Alright, so there it is, mounted back up on the wall. Took me a little longer than expected when I put that up on there, just for the fact that I need to make these holes larger on these outside boards right here. They're just too tight. That was a 1/4 inch drill bit that I used, so make them a little bit bigger and that'll go up on there real easy. Now these are the style nuts that I'm going to get. These are actually the wrong thread pattern. These are fine threaded, so these ain't going to work, but I'll try and find something similar to that at the hardware store, possibly with a bigger handle as well. So we'll see what I come up with. Alright, so this is what I picked up. These were $3.59 a piece at Ace Hardware, which was more than what I wanted to spend, but I'm only going to have to buy them once, so it's not too big of a deal. Don't mind the music. My idiot neighbor has his radio blaring right now, as if I want to listen to his music. I'm going to probably have to put some washers. I'll do some washers and some lock washers behind those, just to keep them from coming loose. But that's going to work out great. And these aren't going to get moved very often. Most of our camping, we don't take the quads with us. I just mainly want to be able to move these for when we do go to the four-wheeler park. The majority of the time, these will be up here in the sleeping location where they're going to be when we're sleeping. Alright, so here are my beds mounted into the sleep position. is if we were going to go to bed, this is where they would be. I bought 2 zip-up vinyl mattress covers. Now, I'm not real worried about them getting wet, but I mainly bought these just to seal up the padding real good. For just to have on there underneath our sheets. I also put these little blocks in on both sides. So the purpose of those is just to keep this whole entire top bed mount from sliding forward whenever I'm hitting the brakes. Obviously it can't go that direction because of the rear gate on the camper, but and then everything is still completely 100% removable. I can mount everything up on the sides, on both sides. I did get some of my hooks in back here for my straps. There's one there, one on that side, one here. So there'll be a mattress on this side, then there'll be a strap that goes from here across to that hook back there that'll hold that mattress up against the wall. Then on this side, it's going to have 2. I don't have the 2 on this end yet, but there'll be one up top that'll come across the mattress and that wooden frame. And then there's also one down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And when this is up against the wall, I'll be able to attach there and come around to the front as well. And then these are my 2 knobs to mount that up against there, as I showed earlier in the video. So this thing's coming along. I got my TV up, got it all mounted, got it hooked up. Now that's just temporary right now. I'm going to be putting a 32-inch in this, but I already had that television. So that's what I'm going to be using. Need to go through and fasten this up. Need to put another board up in there. Finish paneling all this. But it's getting there. Making good progress. We're probably going to be... I got 1 more week and then I'm on vacation for 2 weeks. So probably the 2nd week of June, I'm going to be doing my first camping trip in this thing. So I'm super stoked about that. Never gone camping in it yet, so it's going to be, I want to be going to a campground that's nearby for the first one, so make sure everything goes good, which I'm sure it will. I've already towed this trailer, so I'm not worried about anything there, so. Anyways, it's going to be it for this video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Camp on. I'm just sitting in here hanging out right now. I got the rest of my paneling put in over there. Still gonna have to go through and trim all that out, and then I'll probably caulk back in them corners. All these panels, all my seams are gonna get caulked around. Kind of nice having the screen going on. I got the screen on the door. Both of these windows are open. Got a little bit of a breeze coming through in here. It's starting to come together. So my cooler is going to be down here. I'm going to make some kind of mount for that. And then my generator will also be stored right in this area, which it'll have some kind of mount for that as well. Down here underneath this table. I'm trying to think of some way to do a dinette in this thing. I don't know if I'm going to do some kind of fold down table here. Or possibly here. I could extend these over if I need to, these wheel tubs on both sides, and make benches out of those. And then even bring some kind of portable table with us, even if it's not in here permanently. But I'm going to figure something out. I'd like to have a table in here to eat at if we're camping and it starts raining or something. Got somebody sneaking up on me. Somebody sneaking. I got a redhead out here sneaking on me.
Don't put me on